and I will be doing a presentation video on a topic of starting new business. So just to let you know that we're on the same page, I'm just doing a little summary on the letter from Thailand. So the letter from Thailand story goes like a Chinese boy named Sang-woo who moved from China to work in Thailand in order to get some money for his mother, but he misses his hometown so much, so he writes like 96 letters to his mother, which unfortunately she didn't receive it. But in some of those letters were describing about his life in China, how he creates his business and how he deals with it. But since my sim is only talking about starting new business, I'm just going to talk about how Sang-woo and other Chinese people starting their business. Now without further ado, let's get into our video, and which I'm supposed to let you know that it will be just my audio, since I think it would be better that way with the quality. Now enjoy!
So a letter from Thailand on Sim starting new business. Here's my name and here's my teacher, Sumana. So the content here, I'm gonna talk about 3 main points. One of them is summary of starting new business, which I'm gonna talk about how to start business, what are the challenges, and analyze on each character relating to starting new business. The second is a series on dealing with the difficulties or the challenge. And third and lastly is the interviewee's view and life experiences. How to start new business? It's very simple. Another simple question is how to sell. So in order to sell, you have to know what to sell, who to sell to, where to sell, and how much. Now, what are the challenges of starting new business? New business tend to fail due to many reasons. One of them is pick the wrong business. You see, new businessmen often go for business that earn high profits. They don't stop and start to think about what they like and what they love and what was their experience and talent. That's when they make the wrong decision and pick the wrong business. The second challenge would be make the perfect plan. When people start their business, they usually panic. They usually overthink about the perfect plan. But in business, actually, everything don't go according to plan. So by making the perfect plan, you're making it unnecessary. The third point, the third challenge is spend money. Everyone know how to spend money. Spend on the resource, invest on this, invest on that. But do you really think spending money is the true way of earning profit? Was it really necessary to spend money to earn profit? Try to do it alone. So new business try to do it alone because they don't know anyone, and then they try to do it alone. You know, just keeping yourself to do everything in one business, like delivering and customer service, all is on you, and not asking for help of anyone. The next challenge is to jump into the wrong partnership. A lot of new business jump into partnership to make more profits. You see, when you jump in the wrong partnership, you get to places like nowhere at all. Partnership is very important. Business partnership was supposed to be with someone that you can trust, so that when things started to go down, you know that they would help you. They would come and look back at you, not just leave you behind. And that's why you don't just jump into wrong partnership. You need to really choose. The next one would be operate in bubble. You know, new businesses usually operate in a bubble. They think of the plan and they think of how they should do it, and then they start doing it, but they forgot that one thing is to broaden their knowledge. You need to ask for people advice, not just to operate it in a bubble. You need to broaden your knowledge. You need to read about other people's failures and other people's success, not to just operate in a bubble. You need a lot of lessons to learn instead of just operating in a bubble. The last part is start a product. So what new business do here is that they start a product. Let's say that you have $500 to start a business, and then you start selling something like food or grocery or something, and you see, that's when they start making a huge mistake. You don't just start with a product. You need to start with something else. So we're going to talk about something to deal with all these challenges later. Now let's go to the next part. So in this part we're going to talk about analysis on each character relating to the theme. But I'm only gonna choose Sang-woo since he run a new business called Lot Roy. It's a factory that produce Chun Up. So Chun Up here is the cookie, Chinese cookie. So his factory was 400 square meters of land, not a narrow row shop that he used to live in. So it's gonna be a very wide shop with lots of people walking in. That's where he picked the place, and what he picked to sell, what he chose to sell is Chinese cookie, Chun Up, and he sell at a less than the ongoing price. Let's say that Chun Up is 500 bucks, then he sell it only for 90 or for 80 bucks. And he also hire workers. So in here he's hire like deliverymen and women to package the Chun Up and stamp, and just prepare all the batter and machinery. And he specifically choose Chinese worker as they are more dependable. So in this point he doesn't work alone, he work with a team. He hire people to help him. Another thing is he buy machinery, oven, batter mixer, and packaging machine. So in here he invests on machinery, oven, batter mixer, and packaging machine. So he invests on machinery to do all this cookie thing, and also invest on workers to work for him. And he sell on credit as a new way to attract customers. So sell on credit here is like you set a date for customer to pay on monthly or daily basis. So there are advantage and disadvantage on sell on credit. The advantage would be you get the money before giving the product, or yes, when people pay. But the disadvantage is when people don't pay and you don't have insurance and you can't get the money, then the debt just keep on building up and they just get their product on daily basis. So what you can do is to prevent that is to not sell them anything after their first debt or second debt. The advantages of sell on credit would be gaining customer trust too. So when he sells on credit, people would trust him more. So even if the new local business that sells Chun Up come, he would still sell Chun Up to those customers because they trust in him, because he sells on credit, and customer would make a tough decision on choosing a new product to buy or buying the same product that they've been paying on credit daily or monthly that they was loyal to. So this sales on credit was like a new business idea that Sang-woo came up with. And to the next part, it's series on dealing with the challenges. So in here, I'm gonna talk about all the challenges that are mentionable and how to deal with it. So instead of picking the wrong business, you have to pick the right business. Now the question is, what is the right business? So why do Sang-woo sell Jan Up? It's because he likes food or because he knows how to sell it. Of course, the right business here, it can be something you like or something you have experience on. So Sang-woo used to sell for his father-in-law like food and beverages, so he know like every corner of how the business goes. That's why he chose Jan Up. That's how he pick the right business. So you have to pick something that you either like or you have experience on, just like how Bill made Microsoft and Steve made Apple and how Mark made Facebook. So number 2, instead of thinking about the perfect plan that doesn't go according to the plan, you just have to start. It's very simple. So when you start new business, don't try to think hard on the plan, but instead just start it. The third one is invest. So instead of spend money, you invest money. And invest here, it doesn't have to be invest on machinery like Sang-woo buy machinery and hire workers. You can invest on something that don't need money, like invest time on working for, like how Sang-woo invests his time working for his father-in-law. That's how he get to know all of the corners of the business. That's how he invests. So without money, he still work for the business and he still earn his salary monthly, and that's how he invests. So when he goes on to making new business, he would have all those money to work on the business. So the fourth point is to talk to people. So don't just work alone. Talk to people, get to know why and how they do business. Either talk to a business expert, either talk to the one who fails in their business. Try to talk to people, try to widen your knowledge. Instead of just working alone, talk to people, let them help you, either an intern or businessman who fail or businessman who succeed. Talk to people and work with people. Hire workers, just like how Sang-woo hire people to help him with his delivery and his packaging. The next point is work on small projects together. So instead of jumping into the wrong partnership, you start with a small project together. So this would help you get to know each other better. This would help you get to know your partner that you would work in the future with better. So instead of just jumping into a partnership with contract and stuff, you have to try with little project to get to know the person and then jump into partnership after. Don't trust people. You have to look if they are dependable or not. The next one is bust the bubble. Instead of operating bubble like a frog in the well, you need to step out of the well as a frog and just look at the world outside, expand your horizon, come out of your comfort zone, read on how people success and how people fail. Just expand your knowledge and widen your horizon of the business that related to you. The next point is start a service first. So instead of just starting a product when you first start a business, it's starting a service first. It's always safe to start a service because starting a service doesn't need money to buy machinery, to make products, to make things happen. You don't need money. All you need is time and hard work, commitment. By providing services to people, so you can get to know them. You can get to know your customers through providing their service first. After providing service, then you know what they need, what your customer needs, and then you can start the product because you know already what the customer needs and what the customer wants. Just like how Sang-woo worked for his father-in-law with a service, customer service. And next point is interviews background. So I and my team have interviewed a Cambodian Chinese. His father is Chinese, his mother Cambodian. His father opened bakery factory in an Orasai market after marrying his mother. So he was born in Phnom Penh in 1965. He had 3 siblings. He was the oldest one, and he had 2 sisters. When Pol Pot broke out, he and his family were displaced to Kampot province. His parents and one of his sisters were killed during the Pol Pot regime. After Pol Pot ended, his remaining sisters were also taken away from him. Since then, he used to do a lot of jobs such as ice cream seller, dishwasher, animal slaughter. He then went to sell clothes at one market in Thailand where he met his wife and got married in Kampot when they went back home. After the marriage, he still continued to sell clothes at the market while his wife opened the coffee shop at home. So here I'm gonna show you the factor that he took into consideration before starting new business. The first one is experience in working in the business itself, which is a restaurant. So he is a dishwasher, he used to be, and he used to help cook in the restaurant which he worked for, in which he learned how to make Chinese noodles. And another thing he took into consideration is good location. It located along the 4-way road while there are lots of travelers, so 4-way road is very good location. Market demand, he saw the potential in the business as their only seller, one seller in that place which sold only coffee, while everyone else sold more on the agriculture rather than start the business. So that's when he took the chance, like experience new things. Products. Challenges in the business. So he met with financial issue, loan from the bank, the interest rate was almost more than the profit, and need to rent land and build house and shop by our own, and spend more on earning since all 3 of his children need to go to school. Another challenge is competitive market. Another one is not having many customers. Another one is unfriendly welcome from the neighbors. A stereotype of neighbors is that they do not like newcomers. So how to deal with this challenge is, first, be a fast learner, flexible, hardworking, creative, and never give up. And build a good connection with the customer. Still show respect and be friendly with the neighbor. Do everything under the law, though he is Chinese, but he is not an illegal immigrant. Sell at the lower price than your competitor. For example, where the iced coffee was normally for 1,400 real at a time, he sold only 1,300 reals. Clever. And the next thing he do is to not give up. So the thing that kept him going is his wife and his own self, because he wanted to support her after having a wife, just like how Sang-woo can have to support Moyang and his children. That's what keeps a man going. Advice to young people who want to start business. So he gave advice like know the demand of the market, understand the potential of the business, create a good market strategy, and choose the right place and location for your own business.
At the end of my video, I like to say thank you to my teacher, Sumana. I'm not sure if I'm right. Anyway, thank you so much for letting me working on this topic, and thank you everyone for listening to this video till the end. Bye.